Hi, I'm Dakota Deal with the Patch office here in Spencer, West Virginia, and today we're going to be learning about coding. So let's get started. First, we want to open up our web browser and we want to type in the site code.org. If I can type right. Here is the main website that we will be using for our artificial intelligence or our AI coding lessons. Once we get to this website, we want to scroll down and see the Learn at Home tab. We want to do an hour of code, which will bring us to many different options for different types of code. We want to scroll down to where it says Classic Maze. This one is this would be a basic introduction to the code. Now we do have videos here that people have recorded for themselves to show you different obstacles for different parts of this, but we don't want to watch these. So as you can see, we have our little instructions up here. We have our bird asking us to help him catch the naughty pig. Stack a couple of move forward blocks past and press run to help me get there. Our move forward block, if we hit our run, will move our bird forward. So we want to add 1, and we have a workspace over here that'll tell us the limit it takes to get to our objective. Now that we've added 1 block, let's hit run. And as you can see, the puzzle has been completed. Let's move on. Now at number 2, it does tell us to do the same thing, but later on in this, it'll tell us to do different blocks with the turn left and the turn right. So let's go ahead and add in our blocks for moving forward and hit run. As you can see, our little bird had moved forward. Now here's where the turn blocks come into play. We've already seen our move forward, which moves our bird forward 1 block. So here we want to add another one. And as you can see, if we move forward again, we're going to hit a obstacle. We don't want to do that. So here we want to turn the right direction. So here we want to turn to the right. And then move another forward. As you can see, our little demonstration there, our little bird will turn any direction that it chooses, as long as it's in the source code. Then we want to add another block over it. Here it gets a little bit trickier. We need to move forward, so if we hit run, it'll only move us 1. So we need to use the blocks, our turn blocks, to our advantage. Here, if we move right, we're going to end up hitting this block down here and ending us to fail. So we want to hit the left block to go up. And then we want to move forward. Let's test this. Now that we're facing upwards, we need to turn to a different direction. Here we want to turn to the right to aim towards the pig. So we are going to add a right and a move forward. And the same concept goes here. We need to turn, move, and turn and move. So we don't want to move forward just yet. We want to turn, move, turn, move 3. We want to turn left, and then we want to move. Let's go ahead and click run. As you can see, we did not move down, so we need to click and change these. We did mess up again. This is all about trial and error to make sure that we get the right code. Now here, he's going to teach us about the repeat loops. What repeat loops do is it repeats the same action as we put a single block into this. So if you wanted to repeat as many times, you just would type in a number. For example, 5 was there, so we're just going to keep 5. And we're going to put our move forward block in. Let's test this. Now, as you saw in that, we did move forward as the block intended us to. So in this one, we need to have a turn. So in this, we need to turn left and then put our block in. If you put a block on the outside, it will not repeat. What's inside will repeat.
I'm glad you said that, because I would have forgot about this stuff again.
Now I believe this is the last frame for this one. So what we need to do is repeat at least 5 times, and then we need to put one in the middle. Again, what's on the inside is what's important, and that repeats. So we need to put 2 repeats and move forwards. Now, as you saw, we need to count the spaces so we don't run into objects. So we accidentally moved 5, but we need to actually in turn move 4. So this is where we start. We need to count 2, 3, 4. So we replace this with the number 4. And then we would turn, and then we would move. Let's test this. These blocks are incredibly helpful when you are building any piece of code for any script. When a block is turned a different color from what it is, this block cannot be deleted. So this block is mandatory for this script. This is our whole script, and these are the blocks we're working with. So here we need to move 2. So let's put this on the outside. No. Scratch that. Let's go ahead and test this. Now if we move 3, we need to only move 2 forward. So this block is not really necessary right now. Right now, we can use one of our own and replace that one later. So here, we just type in 2, we turn, test this. And we would move 2. Or there's a simpler way. We would use this. We would move, and then we would turn. We can put multiple blocks on the inside to make them do the same action as repeated. Hit run. Repeat blocks are a necessity or needed to complete multiple actions at once. Hopefully this taught you guys how to use the repeats and simple movement of the code.org site. Next time we will be learning the sense blocks and how to control movement with those.